Oh, hey guys. It's funny that you're here. I hope you guys enjoyed my last video. It was definitely a little bit different and not something that I think I'm used to, but here we are. I figured that while I'm figuring out my life, I might as well take you guys along for the journey. And today, we're here to talk about some of my unpopular opinions, because I have quite a few. I know some of these are going to hurt you guys' feelings. Sorry, not sorry. Starting off with my primer, I have the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base. Let's get into my first unpopular opinion, which is pineapple does belong on pizza, okay? It's amazing. I don't care what anyone says. It's a perfect mix of salty and sweet, and if you hate it, more for me. I do think that it should not be called Hawaiian pizza though, because culturally nothing to do with Hawaii, so. Okay, second step in my routine is my foundation. I use this tinted serum. It has SPF in it, which is great for the sun. My second unpopular opinion is that night showers are so much better than morning showers. I cannot get into my bed at night without being clean. And the idea of people going to bed dirty kind of just irks me, to be so honest. And I'm just blending this out. My beauty blender is dry because it's a lot of work to get up and go to our bathroom. Third unpopular opinion is that I prefer calling over texting. It's easier to just send a text, but I would so much rather hear a person's voice, especially if it's like my parents or my family or someone I really want to talk to. This one might upset some people, but I think spaghetti is the most boring pasta dish. I'm going in with my Rare Beauty spaghetti, over it. Next, boneless wings are not wings. They are just chicken nuggets, and I will stand by that. I don't think that kids should have social media until they turn 16. I wish that this would have been applied to me growing up. I didn't have a phone until I was, I think, 12 or 13, which at the time I was very upset about, but I'm so thankful reflecting now because some of these kids are crazy. And the fact that they have a phone and social media to continue to like fuel their online opinions, no bueno. And also let kids live drama-free just for a little bit longer. Social media has a lot of great things to offer, but not to kids. Let them just be kids. I'm gonna go in with this She Glam double-ended little blush stick. I think Marvel movies are overrated. I don't understand the hype. I could name 500,000 movies off the top of my head that are so much better. I love it when people clap when the plane lands, especially being someone who has flying anxiety. I'm like, yes, I'm alive! Like, next I'm going in with this, I don't know if this is like a little brown lipstick. I think white walls in houses are unwelcoming and cold and sad. I think that college is not for everyone. People can be super successful without ever having attended college. We need to stop hustle culture. Hustle culture glorifies burnout. We need to cancel culture, okay? I am horrified that if I ever got a following on any platform that I would be canceled within 30 minutes. Not because like I'm doing anything not cancelable, but the internet will take anything and just run with it. When people say or excuse being brutally honest, it's just an excuse to be really mean. If someone comes up to me and says, that dress looks horrible on you, I'm not gonna think that was brutally honest, I'm gonna think you're being a bitch. I think as a society, we need to be more comfortable creating boundaries. They exist for a reason. You're not mean if you say no. You're not disrespectful if you say no. Teachers deserve more pay than corporate employees. They're completely influencing the next generation of people, and the fact that we can't give them credit for educating us and making us functioning members of society, I'm lost by it. This one irks me, okay? Climate change isn't just an individual responsibility. We need to start holding corporations accountable. Corporations are the leading cause of global climate change, period. There's only so much we can do as individuals to eradicate climate change issue, but corporations need to be held accountable. Here's another good one. Love isn't always unconditional, and I think that that's okay. I'm going in with my e.l.f. sparkly powder. Some conditions are really healthy, like mutual respect or basic human decency. We should have some expectations when going into relationships like that. I don't believe that soulmates exist. I think love is more about compatibility and effort. Not every friendship needs to last forever. People grow, and sometimes that means growing apart. I think that's totally okay. Being too politically correct has gone too far, especially in our culture nowadays. Yeah, there is an expectation of political correctness. Some of these things, guys, are just exaggerated. Come on, be so for real. And this is my NYX I think it's possible to love two people at the same time. I'm just using my Hoola bronzer that I've had since the 6th grade. That like the little button nose, like Ariana Grande in Wicked. I don't think AI is going to really harm society. I think it'll actually bring more improvements. I use AI all the time. I love it as a study tool. I'll ask it to come up with study guides. Prison systems should focus more on rehabilitation rather than just punishment. Offering compassion is a lot more important than judgment. Now I'm going in with this, it's like this little blush. Especially as like a newer voter, I do think that voting should be mandatory in every country. I know that kind of takes away from the democracy idea, putting that out there. It's okay to not want friends, or not want too many friends, or not want to go out and just be alone. I've always kind of been an introvert. I just want to let you know that it's okay to not want to go out. I also think 9 to 5 jobs are outdated. Schedules need to become more flexible because what is this? What are we doing at this point? I don't think therapy is a fix-all solution. I don't think it's going to help you with everything. I think there's a lot of things that, yes, therapy is going to do, coming from someone who has gone to therapy for years and years, whose mother is a therapist. However, I think a lot of personal issues need to be dealt with personally. I don't know if this one's necessarily that unpopular, but TV shows romanticize substance abuse too much. The way that media romanticizes substance abuse actually has led to an increase of substance abuse in my generation. As much as I love TV shows like Euphoria, I do think that they have or could have detrimental effects on the younger generation. They do a good job making drugs look unappealing and showing the negative consequences, but with the like euphoric scenes with the colors and like the way that Rue describes drugs creates an appeal to want to try substances. Here's another one. I'm fed up with streaming services. Tell me why I have 5 different streaming services and I still can't watch all the movies or shows that I want to. We also pay a ridiculous amount of money. Also, like 35% of them have ads now. What's up with that? Gluten-free diets are so stupid unless you have celiac disease. My mom does, so believe me, I get it if you need to. But if you're like a Boulder, LA girl and you're like, oh my god, I'm going gluten-free this month, like, oh my gosh, all the processed, oh my god, all that, I'm sick of it. No, you don't need to go gluten-free. Leave the gluten-free stuff for people who actually need it. All these like diet or health fads, like I'm so freaking sick of trying this diet to lose 300 pounds in 2 days. Like no, that's so stupid and it's creating these like unrealistic ideals for everyone. It's just gross. Stop it. I also stand by the idea that I'm gonna curl my eyelashes after I put on mascara. They just look better that way. Okay, that's it for my unpopular opinions. Please, if you disagree, make sure to yell at me in the comments. Or maybe don't, because I'm sensitive. That's it for today, guys. See you next week at the shit show.